This is a PokePress special report.
Hi, I'm Stephen Reich here at the PokePress PIRN Studios in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm on the phone with Blake Troise, aka ProtoDome, who recently submitted and it was approved a Pokemon Crystal OC remix. So Blake, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what your kind of musical background is?
Okay, yep, I'm Blake Troise. I'm from Gosport, which is South England. I've been remixing for about a year now. I started off just writing MIDIs, and when I joined OCR, I started using FL Studio. My mix sort of style, I started off quite sort of chiptune based, and sort of I've worked my way up to loads of different styles now.
And so why don't you give us a brief overview? What exactly is OC Remix? They've been around quite a while, but for people who aren't familiar, what exactly is this site all about?
It's basically a video game remix community. So they take just any old sort of classic themes from video games and remix them. But it's not in the classic sense of remix, where it would be taking source music and meshing it up and making a new song. It's literally arranging it and writing it completely new.
All right. And this is actually, I should point out, only the third Pokemon OC remix that's been approved for the site. And the last one was almost 2 years ago, back in 2007. So it's certainly a rare breed. So why don't you go into detail of the mix a little bit? First of all, how did you get around to choosing this game?
Oh, well, I've always liked Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. I had Crystal, actually. But, yeah, they chose the name Crystal. I don't know why. But I originally, the Olivine theme, I hummed it over another track I was doing. So I started off just writing a random electronica track and was just humming the theme, and it seemed to fit. So I put that over, and it just went from there, really.
And how long did it take you to make this?
3 days, I think.
Really? Wow. And you said you used Fruity Loops. How does that software work exactly?
It's like MIDI tracker software. So you put down the length of the notes in the typical MIDI sort of, I don't know, tracker. But and then you build sort of song from that, putting things in the, I don't know what it's called. I don't know the terminology, but the main thing. Yeah, I'm terrible with FL terminology.
All right. And how did you choose the instrumentation? Were you going for a particular kind of sound?
Sort of creative instinct, I guess. I just sort of put down random sounds and see what went. I use loads of sounds in there, like SNES and NES as well. It's just how I felt, really.
Okay. What other games do you like? Have you tried remixing anything else?
Yeah, quite a few. I've done a Nights remix for Nights into Dreams, if you know that game. Yeah. Mario, obviously. Oh, wow. Well, I've done a lot anyway. Quite a few. I'm a big sort of Nintendo fan. However, I've done some Ape Escape stuff as well, because I really like that soundtrack. But yeah, not just Pokemon.
All right. Speaking of which, this is only, as I mentioned earlier, the third Pokemon remix that's been approved for the site. What do you think has contributed to that? Is the Pokemon source material difficult to remix? Is there not enough interest? Are there any technical difficulties? What do you think that is about?
There's actually a Pokemon Remix project coming up. So, yeah, a lot of people have been contributing to that and not posting directly to the site. But the Pokemon source is quite linear. It's quite simple. So people find it quite difficult to sort of extrapolate on the chords and things. And I'm guessing that's probably why there haven't been so many.
Well, Blake, are you working on anything in the future?
The Pokemon Remix project. Just done a Poké Center meeting that.
Oh, okay. How far along do you think that is? Do you think they're close to publishing some stuff?
It's a month before Heart Gold and Soul Silver come out.
Actually, no, they just came out in Japan a couple of weeks ago. Actually, last weekend. They sold 1.5 million copies in 2 days, which is astounding. So I guess your remix is kind of timely then, if you have the Crystal remix coming out.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly look forward to seeking more for you in the future, Blake. Thank you so much for taking some time out. It's actually afternoon for you, but it's I guess it's more of a sacrifice on my part because it's early morning on a Sunday for me, but
Sorry.
I appreciate you accommodating me with the 6-hour time difference.
Thanks. And no problem.
All right. This has been Stephen Reich from the PokePress PIRN Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, talking to Blake ProtoDome Troise in England. And thanks everyone for listening to another one of our interviews.
This has been a PokePress special report.